Lieutenant Rogers. Have you located him?
Prepare positions.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Saturday Live Show. So excited for today's show. I have a great returning guest in Flora and Note, and we have a special guest for the Vlogger News segment in Baldy, Byzane, and Thailand. So excited to have Flora and Note back today for their 4th appearance. Yeah, they've been here 3 times before. I had to go back and count it all up. Wow, they should host the show. They should be like a special guest host for my show. They've been on so many times. Love it. So excited to have them back. And then, like I said, we have the special guest for today's Vlogger News segment, Baldy, Byzane in Thailand. Now, if you're not familiar with Baldy, Byzane's channel on YouTube, you got to check it out. This guy is quite the jokester. And he sent in a cool dance video back in the day when we were still doing the Vlogger News dance videos. And we're going to check that video out a little bit later today. I've actually found it on my SSD hard drive. So I think Baldy might be a little surprised that we have that video. I archive everything, guys. Nothing gets left behind. Before we get too far along, just wanted to say thank you to Melanie and Gage at StreamYard for their technical help this week. So I was trying to do some new things. As you can see, the background image is now moving. So I had to create a GIF and get it to the right file size and all that technical stuff that might put you to sleep. I was working on it with them. So I appreciate the one-on-one help from StreamYard. I've been a loyal subscriber to StreamYard for about almost 3 years now. So really appreciate their one-on-one help. But the big news of today is 10,000 subscribers. We hit 10,000 and I wanted to hit some confetti in here. So let me go ahead and cue the confetti. And we got this coming. So 10,000 subscribers. Thank you, all of you that have watched, subscribe to my channel, watch the live show, come on as a guest. I couldn't do it without you. Really appreciate your support. And I got to tell you, probably like every the YouTube creator that hits this number, I never expected to get here. So it's a surprise to me. And I really appreciate everyone that's kind of come in to support the channel. I can't thank you enough. Definitely means a lot to me to have all the support. And wow, I just can't believe that we surpassed 10,000. I think we're almost at 10,050. So really excited. So I think it's a success. We're going to keep doing the live show. And no matter where I am in the world, the live show will still happen. So hopefully you won't even be able to tell where I am in the world. It'll just kind of be happening. Green screen will be going. And we'll be having great guests coming on. So let me go ahead and welcome the live chat here. We got a lot of great individuals coming in here. We got just Xandro coming in. We're going to be talking about him a little bit later, the Jiu-Jitsu Passport, talking about that. We got ET in the chat and Beverly 10K. Yeah, thank you, Beverly. Appreciate that. Tommy J saying hello to Grays. Got Robert Mack in Asia, the 7-foot-tall moderator to the stars in the live chat. We got 2 passports, 1D, 1 dream. I should say how I call them is 2P1D. I tell you, that's what you can do if you're friends of Adriana and Dylan. You can say 2P1D, and they know what you're talking about. Nobody else does, but that's okay. It's like a code word. You're friends with them, so that works out pretty good. So 2 passports saying congratulations. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. We got Baldy Byzane ready to go. Exit to Thailand in the chat. And let's see, we got Dave from Gotta Love Thailand in there. Appreciate that. Robert Mack. Always nice to say hello to Richard's mom. She appreciates that. So I appreciate that. Scott Hummer in there. Nice to see you in the chat. Kobus. Got Crew Muan revisiting us for another week. I appreciate that. And we have Thai Digital Nomads in here as well. I have Thai Nomads as well as Thai Digital Nomads. Might be a little confusing on the show today. So keep hitting me with those chat messages. Really appreciate that. Got a lot of great things going on today. And I got to tell you, so a lot of great new stuff that's going to be coming on the show a little bit later. So we'll be playing that a little bit later. I just kind of gave away my one surprise. That was John Travolta. Get out of here, John. Get out. Get out. No fun. John's getting in the way of my graphics. So we got a lot of great stuff going on today. I'm excited to have Flora and Note back, but I thought what might be nice to do is to kind of slow down and maybe take a look back at some of my most embarrassing moments and some great guests that I've had on. So I put together a little video compilation of what I'll call kind of some of my embarrassing moments. And we'll be right back.
So, yeah, guys, welcome to the show. Our guest today, English Lifestyle.
Well, the channel is called Tinglish.
Oh, damn it, man.
Tinglish. Why English? Tinglish.
Horrible. Bad on me. How am I looking, guys? Pretty good? All natural. All natural right here. I thought it would be appropriate. We have the naked guru in Asia coming on today. Hey,
Hi,
Ryan.
Richard. How are you doing, brother? You okay? Can you hear me clearly? Is all good? Great introduction, by the way. I loved it.
And I will bring Simon into the Saturday Live Show.
Good. It's a pleasure to be on here, but it's a bit late.
Richie's going to hate me. Richie's going to be like, don't do this. But in the chat, put, we want Maybell. So maybe Maybell will come on if we coax her enough. Like, please.
Hi สวัสดีค่ะ Merry Christmas
Bay State Fox, welcome to the Saturday Live Show.
I'm happy to be behind the scenes, and
He is a legend.
What is this going on here?
Yes. We got him
Okay,
today.
there we go. Here's me.
Right.
All
There's
right.
Mr. Mitch.
Are you happy?
Help me. I love that. Yeah, you didn't plan this at all, did you?
And Mr. Mitch is a quick one, though.
Guys, we're going to go to Alabama to bring Gomor Hikin, one of our moderators, to ask some questions of Maggie. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be. What? Tommy J, will someone please go and wake this guy up? My God. Hey, I see you guys.
How you doing?
Hey, Brian, you're actually getting a little slim, man. Are you working out more or not eating? You know what does it for me? Seeing myself on camera makes me want to lose weight. So thanks, everyone that's kind of been on the show. That's just a couple of the guests that I've had on over the last 2 years, and just some funny clips that I kind of came across when I was going through my external hard drive. I'm like, oh, I got to play that, got to play this. So some funny things. I think my favorite is the Tinglish Lifestyle. Oh, man. Got to play that. Got to own it. Got to own your mistakes, guys. That's why we now do pre-interviews, by the way. Should probably be able to pronounce the name of the channel that you're interviewing before the show. So unfortunately, there's no like pronunciation chart on the YouTube channel. So you kind of got to take a guess, but we guessed wrong on that one. So I want to say thank you for today's moderators. You saw a couple of them in that video. I want to thank you for all that you do. And a common question that I get asked, so, are the moderators paid? Are you paying these guys to come on the show and, make sure the live chat is clean and make sure everything's working well so I can just focus on the channel, on the live show? So they aren't paid. But I will tell you one thing is there are some perks to the job.
Richard
So as you can see, being a moderator has its perks. And I will tell you that Brox Travels is actually piloting the helicopter. He's a proficient helicopter pilot. So appreciate that, guys. Had some great times this last week going out flying. That was awesome. So that's what we do on the side instead of paying the moderators. Have good times like that. I will let you know. So we're going to go through the currency exchange real quick in about 2 minutes and then bring on Flora Note in about 5 minutes. So coming soon. But the breaking news this week is we had a little bit of a channel name change. The Jiu-Jitsu Passport is now just Xandro. Just Alexandro. See, I practiced that before the show and it let me down, guys. See again. Man, damn it. It's another outtake. Put it in the bloopers reel. Tommy J, make a note. This is going to the bloopers. Screwed up the channel name again. But Hey, we had them on last week, and they were an awesome team. It was Miley Story and just Alex Andro. And the funny thing about that video, there's a lot of funny things. I'm going to have more clips coming soon. But the funny thing was we learned how to say in Thai. I think Note's going to perk up now because we're going to talk about some Thai language here. Although I will tell you, Flora is pretty proficient herself. How to say the city of, let's not give it away. Let's show it. How do you say Pattaya? You say Pattaya or Pattaya, Pattaya? How do you say it?
Pattaya.
That's it, guys. That's it. One and done. That is how you say Pattaya. Do I say it right?
Yes.
All right, so you got to get your man, Alex, saying it right. Come on, Alex. You got to say it the Thai way.
Pattaya. No, Pat.
No, Pat.
Pattaya.
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 No, ta.
Wait, we're going to practice because we're going to be here for an hour just saying Pattaya. So.
So we had a lot of fun with Alex and Miley last week. So I'll say, feel free to tune into that replay of that show. Some really funny moments. And it was a lot of great fun. I think we're going to try to have them back at a future date. But their channel names are Miley Story and just Alexandro. So see, I said it the right way. He had a whole video on how to pronounce his new channel name. So please, if you were not subscribed and you liked his videos, I would say search for that channel, subscribe, and watch those. So I want to do a quick currency exchange watch. And it looks like a jump up for the British pound. So definitely good for them. USD kind of remained the same at about 37.94, but the big movement was for the British pound. So good for them. I think it's up from 42 last week. So pretty strong for all those individuals looking to go to Thailand during the high season, starting November, starting in a couple weeks or a couple of days, I guess I should say. It's the 29th? Man, already November. Can you believe this? I can't believe it. So the exchange rate looks pretty strong. So keep that in mind. I try to do that every week, kind of keep you updated on the exchange rate. So let's do this. I'm so excited to have Flora and Note rejoin me. It's, again, their fourth appearance. If you weren't on the show in the beginning, I wanted to kind of create a special intro for them that kind of reflects on our first interview together. And back when they were a channel called She's Wonderflow. And we talked a lot about that. We're going to talk a little bit about today, the change, the channel name change. But it's a really special intro video. We kind of, I showed it to them recently and they liked it, I think. I think they gave me a thumbs up. So we're going to play it. So let's go ahead and see about bringing on Flora and Note with their special intro. And we'll bring them in about 30 seconds.
Thank you so much for your hard work and for bringing the Thai vlogging community closer together, one live show at a time.
Congratulations!
Flora and Note, welcome to the Saturday Live Show.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Richard. Hi, everyone.
And congratulations again.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Thank
you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I never thought I'd get to 10,000, you guys. So it's like so special to kind of get there. I appreciate all your help and all your great videos you put together for me. Saying congratulations. Thank you. You're awesome. You guys rock. So welcome back for your fourth appearance. I couldn't believe you've been here 3 times before. I think you like coming here.
Yeah,
we
love
do.
them
We
here.
always have a nice chat with you and also your community, and it's always fun to catch up.
Yeah, well, we got some celebrities in the house here with 2 passports, 1 dream, or as you and I refer to them, 2P1D. So great, such a great channel name, man. They lucked out, man. I wish I could have had that. Just be like 1 passport, 1 dream. Never would have taken off. They got a nice channel name.
We have a group chat called 4 Passport.
2 dreams.
2 dreams. Is
That's
that
our,
real?
yeah,
You pulling my
that's
leg.
WhatsApp group name. Because I mean, it would be like Flora and Note, Adriana and Dylan. It might as well be 4 passports, 2 dreams. It's more fun.
Yeah, you got a lot of fans in the chat here. ET saying hello to 2 passports, 1 dream. Let me see if we've got anyone saying hello to Flora and Note. Here we go. Andrea, 5 Flora and Note. Got just Alexandro saying hello to Flora and Note. Big name change. I think it was actually good timing because I did want to kind of talk to you a little bit about that around the name change that took place a while back. just Alexandro, just changed his name from Jiu-Jitsu Passport to just Alexandro. Put a lot of time and effort into thinking about like the positives, negatives, right? So I wanted to kind of talk to you a little bit about that because previously you were a channel called She's Wonderflow and you had a QR code because it was tough to kind of direct people there. I wanted to talk to you really about like what kind of thought went into that. Did you guys have group discussions on that whole name change?
I think we probably discussed it for a couple months before we made the change. It's quite scary to click that button on YouTube where it makes it official and there's no going back. So we had it already set. He already did this new Flora and Note script that he was going to put on all the videos, but we couldn't commit to pressing it for the longest time.
I think we got like a little panic attack after we changed it. But we have many reasons for changing it. First of all, it was a little harder to tell people our channel name. So we have to spell it out for them. Because we play on the word wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, no, wonder, and then with your name, Flow.
Yeah. See, even he's confused. So we had to change it. And I think it helped a lot for us because now when people see us or they leave us comments, it's really easy. It's, oh, Flora and Note. Exactly. Flora and Note. What's your channel? Flora and Note.
Yeah. I mean, did you think about doing like Flora and then the ampersand, the symbol with the note, or did you always want to have Flora and then spelled out and Note? Did you work Flora plus Note? Any thought into that or not really?
I think because our names are quite short, we always thought just the "and" will do.
Like, spell it out is fine.
Yeah, and I think he's the one who kind of created how he wanted it to look, and like we liked it from the beginning. It was just hard to make that decision to do it.
And then one of the main reasons too is by popular demand, they want to see me more in the video, you know? So
I could see why. It's the muscles, man. I'm surprised you covered it up today, Note.
I know. It's a bit.
We had the pre-interview. Note was in a tank top, man, all bulging out. I said, no, you got to tone it down, man. It's a family channel. You have muscles coming all out everywhere. Jeez, look like the Rock on here.
Yeah, I have changed my size over the years. No more bandana, no more flowers.
Yeah. I actually kind of like that look. So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, you're always changing. You know, the channel is always changing. I think the one thing I wanted to call out for those that didn't know, the reason why you might have been under so much stress to hit that button is YouTube only gives you one chance to change your channel name in 6 months. You can't change it like 4 times and say, oh, I want to go back. No, you're locked in. So you got to make sure the spelling is right. Everything is good. Yeah. Before you do it, right?
Yeah, but it was a good decision. And I think it's kind of nice to make it simple. Like you are, that's your name. They're going to know you for who you are and not like, She's Wonderful. Who's you? Who's this guy?
Yeah. So I got a lot of people saying hello to you. Simply Nanette saying hi, Flora and Note. I think we had one individual saying, JL saying my favorite channel, Flora and Note. That's always nice to see, right?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, really good. Got a lot of fans in here today. Love that. Perfect. And Tommy J saying, Note wearing the lumberjack shirt. That's it. Right?
It's the Canadian in him is coming out.
Yeah. I want to kind of talk a little bit about that. So you kind of brought it up. So you guys are originally from Vancouver, Canada, right? Or
I'm from Vancouver, but Note's from Calgary.
Well, I'm from Thailand, born and raised in Thailand, but grew up in Calgary.
Yeah, and I would say like you did a great job, Note, kind of recapping sort of your history, where you grew up in, where you went to, the challenges you've had in the pie video, your recent pie video. So I'll ask for the moderators to put a link to that video because I just thought, man, it was great. And I got to tell you, I'm not ashamed to admit it. I was getting a little emotional during that video. Like you guys did a great job with the music and Note. You know, I really felt those emotions. Did you feel those kind of going back there, sort of that conflict of good and bad?
Oh yeah, like before we filmed that video, we were talking about it, whether we should share the experience that I had there or not. But I thought it was a good story, and every time I go back to that town, I get this feeling. It's like a mixed feelings of I'm excited to see what's the town look like, but also I get this like flashback of all the things that happened in that town. But it's part of the journey, you know. It's it brought us together and it made us who we are.
And I think one thing we didn't expect is after we put out that video, we heard from his mom, and his mom watched the video, and she said she has an emotional history with Pi as well. And watching the video, she said she's ready to go back with us next time. Like, now that she knows that we've been through it, she can see we can move past it. She also wants to do the same. So next time she comes back to Thailand, we're hoping to go to Pi with her and kind of go through the emotional journey together with her.
Yeah, I don't want to give too much away because I think it's a great video. I don't want to spoil anything, but what I can tell you is you said that it brought you closer together, but Flora, it initially took you apart. You know, you went there, and Flora, you didn't see him for a long time. Was it about a year you didn't see him?
It was the first 3 months when he was in training. I didn't hear from him. Like, I didn't know what was happening. And I remember I was in Australia at the time, and I couldn't do anything. I'd go to school and I would be like, why am I crying? I go to work and it'd be like tears are running down my face. I just wanted to know he's okay. And I didn't get anything until maybe 3 or 4 months into his year of the Army that I heard from him. But interesting enough, though, that before he went into the Army, he proposed. So we were newly engaged just before we lost like connection for a couple months. So I stopped planning my wedding because I was scared that something would happen, and I don't want to plan so much.
You know why I proposed before I went to the Army? Because it's very common in Thailand that the boyfriend lost the girlfriends after spending time in the Army and come back, and the girlfriends are gone. So I just want to
lock it in.
Lock it in.
Lock it in.
Mine, you're mine.
Yeah. So now, is that still the longest you've been apart to this day?
No, because we long distance for 4 years before we got married. So before the Army, and I think it would be 7 months maybe was the longest time we've been apart, and we did that twice.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting to me because I feel like, so you didn't see Note for 3 months when he went to do his service, and then you got the picture back. So the first communication from Note, he sends back a picture of him passed out on the ground. And I just wanted to kind of get a sense, like, what were you feeling during that, Flora? Like, you finally get a picture from your man, and it's not really what you were expecting.
I remember I was at my friend's house, and I just broke down crying because I wasn't sure. Like, I don't think he is sending it to me. Like, why would he choose this photo? And all I got was like a quick, like, hello, this is Note, and then a photo pops out. I was just crying because I didn't know what was happening. It just looks like he fainted. And
I did. I had a heat stroke. It wasn't me sending. It was one of the drill instructors who I kindly asked to update my fiance. But then I don't know why he shows that photo.
Yeah, he was messing with us a little bit, I think. But
Yeah,
I remember crying and waiting for him to be able to give me a call or something like that so I can actually talk to him, because the photo didn't make me feel like he was safe.
Yeah. How long was it before you got like another photo or some communication from Note after that? It's a little while.
I think within the same week, he was able to give me a call. And I remember back then, there was no like, I'm going to call you now, or going to text you. There was no like back and forth texting. It's like a Facebook message or an email, or the call will just come suddenly. So I'm either at school or I'm at work. Like, I keep my eyes, actually it was on vibrate. So I just had my phone in my pocket all the time, because it just would come and I just have to get it. And I know I only have maybe a couple minutes before he has to go.
Wow. Well, Adriana and Dylan are saying smart move, locking it in, Note. See, they appreciate that. So great. Tommy J saying Note, smart guy. Yeah, I feel like probably a lot of thought went into that Note. Like, you wanted to lock it down, but also, I mean, were you a little bit scared yourself? Did you know what you were getting yourself into? Like, this is not going to be a big deal. I just got to do this time in the service. And
I was prepared to go in, but I didn't realize that I would not be able to contact Flora for the first 3 months. Because the day before I went to the army, I said, I'll call you tomorrow. Because I brought my phone in, I brought my sunscreen, I bought my lip balm, my whitening, lotion, just in case I get in the sun too long and my skin gets dark. And then they took everything away from me.
Wow, everything, huh?
Yes.
You only got a bucket.
A bucket and a soap and a toothbrush. That's it.
For the first 3 months, that's it.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, it's definitely, like you said, it brought you closer together. I guess you definitely don't take each other for granted then anymore, do you? It's like you've been apart like that. It really stresses the relationship. Yeah. That's great.
We're like,
sometimes we want that time apart.
Sometimes space is nice.
To be honest.
Well, you wouldn't tell that from the videos. You guys just get along so well on camera. I think it's great. And what I've seen, like in the pre-interviews and stuff, like you seem like you really get along quite well. So it's fun to watch, for me. It's great.
99% of the time we get along.
Yeah, that's great. Hey, it can't be 100%. Hey, listen, it is what it is.
It's not realistic if it's 100%.
Yeah. So I want to kind of take you back. We were talking a little bit about the channel name change, but I do think I want to talk to you about what the response was from your subscribers. Like, did things then pick up for you because maybe YouTube was pushing the channel more? The channel was easier to find. What did you see from a numbers perspective after the name change?
I remember saying to note that when we put a poll out, all our subscribers were saying, don't change it, be yourself, stick to your name. And then we were surprised by that reaction, and that kind of threw us off a little bit too.
That was a mistake to do that, because our heart's already set with the new name.
So I say sometimes it's a good thing to ask your subscribers, but sometimes you have to trust your gut and do it. And your subscribers
will always support you.
Yeah, they will support you. And not because of a name change, not because you change your hairstyle, your outfit. They will follow you and support you. So yeah, I think overall our subscribers stayed. And I do think YouTube kind of helped us push the videos, but after maybe around 10K.
Yeah. Well, how many subscribers did you have when you changed it? Was it like 5 or 6K you changed it at, or was it a little bit more than that?
Less.
Yeah, I think it was way less.
Yeah.
Maybe it was like 3,000.
Maybe
2,000,
yeah.
3,000.
Yeah, I feel like that's smart timing, because I think you saw the channel was starting to take off. The videos were well received, so you knew wow, this is a critical path. We got to either stay with this channel name or go to another one. So I could see how that you had to kind of give it some thought. But yeah, it's interesting. So you saw the big uptick. Flora and Note takes off. You get more subscribers. Now you're sitting at 65. I think last time I checked, to be exact, 65.2K. So over 65K, tremendous success since you and I last talked. What's that been like? I mean, you're getting 1,000 comments on these videos. It's just nuts. Have you gotten used to it?
I think sometimes we never know which video is more well liked by others, but sometimes we do have kind of crazy nice comments, and we love reading them and answering them. But then at times we struggle to answer everyone's comments. I think that's a thing that's kind of, we feel a little guilty about that, is it's to go through the comments and to answer everyone, because they're really nice comments, and that's something we can still work on, because we want to keep a balance between having fun, doing some work and building community, but we don't want to end up not enjoying, make it answering comments just work. So,
but we read all the comments.
Yeah. So it's interesting. I talked to, I've a couple of friends now in the YouTube vlogger sphere. One of the guys I talked to off camera, I can't reveal his name because he didn't say it on the live show. He said basically he responds to all comments in the first 24 hours. After that, no more. So it's he'll maybe give it a heart or something like that. But first 24 hours, cool. After that, he just can't keep up because there's so many videos. Do you kind of struggle with that? You said you kind of struggle with the comments, but do you have any rules in place? Hey, first 24 hours, then after that, we're going to kind of chill out a bit.
I have a rough rule where I try to answer comments related to that video within the week that it was posted. So I'll keep answering throughout that week. And we've made the decision, if someone is leaving a mean comment, we will not answer it. at all. Like there's so many nice comments that are being sent to us. So why are we wasting time answering mean comments? So then that's one thing we also prioritize now.
I think that's part of growth too. Like before, we used to spend a lot of time on negative comments, feeling like we need to respond to them.
Yeah.
But as you grow, it's like it's better to put positive energy to the positive comments. And I think it makes us a lot happier too.
Yeah, I think people have the right to leave whatever comments they want to. We usually don't, we don't delete them unless they're swearing or talking down or
bullying each other.
Then we feel like it's not a nice thing. But if people just say like, well, we don't like your content, or you guys don't do good food tours, and we're like, okay, that's your opinion, and that's fine.
Yeah. It's so funny because when I first started my live show, I was big on the metrics. I would look like, how long does it take for everyone to kind of come into the live show? And I found that it would take about 3 to 4 minutes for everyone to get the alert, click on the link, get into the show. So what I did, I was trying to be smart. I created like a 3 to 4 minute intro, and talk about comments on that, man. People are coming in, too long intro, unsubscribing. And now I'm reminded by a friend of mine, Chocolate Man in Thailand. He tells me it's not an airport. You don't have to announce your departures. So it's like, it's so true. Like, I don't need to know that. Like, if you don't like it, just unsubscribe, that kind of stuff. So, and I think to your point, like you can spend a lot of time, you get emotionally invested in the response because you're probably thinking, I am right. And this is why I just want to lay it out there, but it's a lot of time. And I've been guilty of that before, sending a big reply, but before I hit reply, I just delete it. Just not working. Yeah. And you feel better about it. I actually feel better about deleting that comment reply than typing it all out and waiting for the response, because it's never.
Yeah. Because it will just go on and on and on, and you will think about it all day long. It's like, it's not healthy.
Yeah, it's so true. And people think like, oh, you're professional YouTube creators. Like, I'm sure you have thick skin. It's like, no, some of that stuff kind of hurts.
Yeah.
Like, you do take it on, especially when it's constructive. Like, you should try doing this and not that. It's like, well, maybe that's a good point. But it's like, people don't realize how many hours goes into each one of your videos. I'm sure you're probably a lot quicker than me when it comes to video editing, but we're talking hours and hours, like sometimes upwards of 20 hours on a video if you want to make it just right. Not quick.
We're not quick because we both edit. So I think that's why it's quite time consuming. So I do like most of it, and then I would hand it over to Note because he loves doing the music and the putting in the drone shots, and that's his strength. So I'm more like the putting the content and the storyline together. So I think between the two of us, at least 20 hours, I would say.
Yeah. So which editing program are you using for those listening in?
We use Premiere Pro, and
that's not easy.
It's not easy, but we're getting better. Note's a lot better than me at it, so he's still teaching me a lot of stuff, which is nice. But he learns a lot of it on YouTube. Yeah, I mean,
YouTube is so great for stuff like that. So myself, I use Final Cut Pro. I started in iMovie. Like, you get to that point where you're like, yeah, I want to do this. I want to do multiple layers. Won't support it. Next move is something more professional. So Final Cut Pro for me. And I love it because I can go on YouTube. There are a lot of videos. What I don't like is that these people are creators just like us, right? So they'll have a video on how to do a shortcut in Final Cut Pro, but they won't give it to you until like 6 minutes in. Right? And this is sponsored by such and such, and consider subscribing to my channel and check out this video too. You're like, I just want to see the shortcut, man. So that can be a bit much. You gotta sit through 10 minutes to get a quick little 30-second shortcut.
Maybe you have to search in the shorts section.
Yeah, that would be even better. That's probably where I should search. I was trying to do a speed ramp in my latest video. I'm like, I've done this like a year ago, but I forgot. And man, the tutorial was painful. Slow talker. It's like, oh my gosh, come on, get to it, man. Where I set the marks and let's go. So yeah. But you guys are both doing the editing. So Flora, you're mostly you compile the clips, you edit it down. Note brings in the drone footage. He's editing that. He's choosing the music, which is a pain in the butt. And Note, what service are you using for music? Using Epidemic or something else?
I use both Epidemic Sounds and Artlist.
Oh, see, you're the second person that's mentioned Artlist. So the other person is just Xandro. So Jiu-Jitsu Passport previously, now he's just Xandro. He uses Artlist too. It's Artlist, right? Yeah, interesting. So why do you like that versus Epidemic? Or are they kind of complementary?
I feel like Epidemic Sounds is good, but you always get recommended the same music over and over and over again. But Artlist, it has a lot of like new beats, like a more fun, funky beats that you don't really hear on YouTube, because a lot of people still use Epidemic Sounds, like a lot of creators.
Yeah,
I think it's nice to listen to like fresh, new music.
Yeah, so that's a good point, because I got to tell you, so oftentimes I'll hear like music I've used in the show, like on someone else's video. I'm like, you can't steal from me. That's stealing my song. You get so like, territorial, like that's my song, So to your point, like there are like most creators use Epidemic or the free YouTube library, but you tend to hear like the same kind of song, especially when it's a featured song, because sometimes they put up some good featured songs, like, oh, I got to use that one. And then like you and 100 other people are using it.
Because the first place you go is what's trending, what's popular, and then you choose from the list.
Yeah, it's so true. Yeah.
Sometimes send songs like, oh, what do you think of this song? And he plays certain songs. I'll be like, I know exactly like which friend uses this song. So we started doing these games basically where he would show me, like, let me listen to something. Be, oh, I know who this is, and I know who uses this. So it's nice with Artlist. I think now when he kind of shows me some of those songs he wants to choose, I even ask him, like, you can use this? This sounds like legit, like copyrighted music. It's really good. And he's like, no, it's like all on Artlist. So we kind of use both. But I think Artlist, you need to do a yearly subscription. Yeah. So that's kind of turns off a lot of people.
Is it about the same cost structure as Epidemic?
No, I think you have to get a year.
I think you pay. I'm not sure.
About the same price amount. How much?
Yeah. Over $200, $250.
Okay,
I'm not sure. Bad. But you actually own the music, and you can reuse the music even after your subscription is over.
Well, so I'm trying to think which was the place that I found. I went off of Epidemic, and I think it's called Audio Jungle. You ever heard of this? Oh man. So no negative comments here, but I had some challenges around a song I purchased for about $19. So like to your point, you purchase a song, you get like that cool little certificate, the license, hey, you have the rights to use this. Oh, every time I used it, it was getting copyright claim. And this takes time. And then I would start to think, I wonder if that's why like that live show did not perform well, because YouTube doesn't push it. Like, got a copyright claim, bad on you. We're not going to push the video. So I don't know. Have you found that to be the case? Like when you've had issues with copyright claims, do you think YouTube holds that back a bit?
We actually never had any strike.
Yeah. No claims even? Not even a claim?
No claims.
No.
Wow. Nothing.
We're clean.
We're clean.
Okay. Well, thanks. That sucks. Now I feel like an a-hole. So let's go on a different topic. So Tommy J has a question. Any rematch with Patty? For those that don't know, you guys had a little boxing exhibition for a charity, right? And basically no kicked his ass. That's
no, it words like that. It was what do you call a tie. There was no winner. The winners are the people of Samui.
Yeah, there you go. When, well said.
We raised a lot of money for during the pandemic there, so it was such a cool experience to be able to do that, and with all the support of subscribers and Patty subscribers and all our YouTube friends who came and helped us.
Yeah, Patty's got a great channel. Love his videos. But I got to ask you, go ahead.
I wouldn't say no. I'd say maybe.
Would you say you were operating at about 40% capacity during that exhibition? About 40% note power?
No, I think you were both trying hard.
No, we both don't know how to box.
Yeah.
we were training together. We were training like a month or two prior to the match together, and it's one of the hardest thing I've done. Well, other than the army, but this, fun. It was fun. It was hard. Getting hit in the face is not like fun, but when every punch you get, people like to donate money, so it's good.
Yeah. So Actually, Tommy J had a comment before that saying, hey, if you ever go to Pattaya, you should meet up with Alex and Miley. So they have the 2 separate YouTube channels there. You might have seen them there on my show last week. Great couple. Mm-hmm. Have you guys been to like the Jomtien Chonburi region in Thailand?
No, we actually haven't. Yeah. The whole that coast, like we haven't been to.
Yeah,
even...
Pattaya, Chonburi, Koh Chang, that area we haven't.
Mm-hmm.
We're saving it for our next series.
Yeah.
We have something exciting coming up.
So you and I practiced something on the pre-interview note, and Flora helped too. I was on the pronunciation of these islands. I'm going to try it again in front of everyone. Koh Chang.
Not even close.
Not even close. You got to be kidding me. I practiced all night. All right, let's try it again.
Drag it longer.
Take a drink of water here. Let's get it right. I'm committed to this.
3 chances. You have 3.
100% vodka in this bottle. I'm going to be drunk by the end of the live show. All right, let's try it again. Koh Samui.
You got the Samui right. But
kidding me. That's it. Interview canceled. This is over. Bring on Baldy Brian with this crazy shirt. That is horrible. So the reason I bring it up is like I gave you a hard time about this because when I had you on the first time, I had never heard this before. I always thought it was like Koh Samui, Koh Chang. I had no idea that I'd been saying it wrong all along. And I kind of pride myself kind of saying it the Thai way. So that was news to me. I gave you a little bit of a hard time. I wanted to apologize for that. I thought that was bad on me. So you were right all along. And I got to tell you, Flora, your Thai is like next level these days, right?
I don't know when it suddenly started to becoming a lot more fluent. It's just one day Note even said to me, like, your Thai is really good now. Like, I don't know what the transition point was because I didn't take any extra classes or anything like that. It's just, I guess, just speaking more to people and suddenly, Like
every now and then I would speak Thai to you.
Yeah, we speak Thai to each other sometimes.
And see if you understand. If you don't, then I'll explain what I was saying. And then I only have to do it once and she remembers everything.
Yeah.
Are you pretty good with languages like that? Yeah, good and bad. Yeah, there's secret conversations.
Yeah, there's no more. Sometimes his friends will ask him, does she know what we're saying? And he's like, yep, every single word.
So are you pretty good with languages like that, Flora? Do you pick it up pretty easily, have you found?
I think so. I think I'm used to learning languages. Like I speak Cantonese, so Cantonese is my mother tongue, and then English. And then I picked up Mandarin watching TV. And now I pick up Thai from talking to him, learn some French in school. So it's like a combination of different languages and different sentence structures. So I think Thai is actually not too hard of a language to learn compared to something like Cantonese, where there's a lot of slang. Tones are, I think, 9 tones. So yeah, I'm trying to learn more since we're living there. And so then I think most people talk to me in Thai anyways because they assume I'm Thai and he's not Thai. So.
It's so funny. Like a lot of the time we go to like the local markets in Thailand and I would order it in Thai. And then they would try to speak to Flora instead of speak to me. And then when I keep saying Thai to them, they was like, your Thai is really good. Yeah. And I'd be like, oh, thank you.
Yeah. So born and raised here. I think it was funny for me because you guys had a collaboration video with 2 Passports, 1 Dream, where like it made me think I'm never breaking out Thai around you 2 ever because you were kind of making fun of like I think it was Adriana was trying to pronounce something in Thai, and you're kind of like she meant to say this, but she said that. And I was like, oh man, Flora's pretty good now. Like she's making fun of people with the Thai. Never talked to Thai. Never talked in Thai to Flora again. So you're really picking up the little bits. Yeah.
I'm usually very supportive and help people with Thai, but that word that we were stuck on specifically,
and that meant something else if you said it wrong, right? Yeah.
So it was more like, oh no, she shouldn't say this word.
Yeah. So Tommy J asked, can you read and write Thai? That's the big one.
No, I can't read and write Thai. I would love to learn. I think that's something maybe I'll try to first learn like next year because I think that helps a lot with the pronunciation. If you know how to read it, you can speak it more clearly. Because now all I know is the Thai is from like listening to him and trying to replicate what he's saying.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of truth to that because I feel like they sort of write the American or the English version of what the word should be. I think one for me was always like crop at the end. I never knew like if it was cop or crop. Like sometimes it was spelled cop or crop, and then corp coon. Like is it cop coon or corp coon? Like, come on, man.
You said all that wrong.
Yeah. Oh, how dare you, sir? How dare you? This is my show. I'll say it how I want to say it. I'm speaking my own language. It's Richard Travel Thai.
I'm gonna make a YouTube shorts for you of how to pronounce these words.
Yeah, I used to be very good back in the day when I used to go to Thailand. Now I haven't been there, so yeah. Believe it or not, I could talk Thai a little bit, Nitnoi, Pasa Thai, but
well,
thanks, note. Yeah, thanks, note. Vote of confidence. Horrible. Fourth and last appearance for these two. But I mean, it's so interesting. So, Flora, you mentioned about being able to speak Cantonese. That's a tonal language. I feel like that probably helped you a lot with Thai. Do you feel like that really helped?
It probably does, except that I never learned Cantonese properly, like in school with the tones. So I only still have to just listen and hear and replicate. Yeah, it's almost like I know how to speak those languages, but none of them very properly. But I can get by. Traveling or working in the country is fine. Like I worked in Hong Kong for quite a few years, so I can like speak it fluent enough. But yeah, I'm a very bad Cantonese teacher compared to Note being a good Thai teacher to me.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting because, back 2008, 2009, I had a chance to possibly move to China for a job, relocate. But the one prerequisite was you had to be able to speak Mandarin. So I went on Rosetta Stone 3 months, man, intensive study, learn the language, learn how to read it, traditional characters, spoke it a little bit. And I figured, all right, this is it. The day has come. I was living in San Francisco then. I'm going to go to Chinatown, San Francisco. And then I had the epiphany that nobody speaks Mandarin in Chinatown. They all speak Cantonese. Yeah, game over. I gave up. Never went.
I made the same mistake when I was at uni. In Thailand, I wanted to learn Mandarin. So I went on this exchange program and I said, I'm going to go to Hong Kong and learn Mandarin. I didn't do any research. And I came here, it's like, nobody speaks Mandarin. It's like,
yeah, so funny. So, no, I got to tell you, so one of the things I see in the videos is you do an excellent job with the drone footage. And what I mean by that is I watch a lot of videos because just the nature of the show. And what I find is a lot of drone footage is very jerky. They'll go a little bit and they go some more. I find like you do a really nice job of keeping it slow and smooth. Does that just come over time, getting used to the controls, or how do you get so good at that?
Yeah, it honestly, it takes practice. And every time I have free time, I like to carry my drone because you never know when you have free time and the spot that you're in is beautiful and you want to see what it looks like. I just pull out my drone and fly and practice. And over time, I get more confident. I think it's the confidence that makes you feel like you could do certain things. Like back then, I used to like to fly through trees. And if I see a hole in the mountain, I want to fly through it. But then after I crashed my first drone, I was like, okay, I don't need that epic shot. I need the epic shot, but not that epic. So
yeah,
now I'm avoiding flying through things.
Yeah. Oh, I think you do a great job. Just want to say hello to Life After Kids at Key Williams. She's in the show here. Hello. Nice to have you in here. And yeah, so I think one of the things I wanted to talk to you about was around the drone, because we talked about like, which drone do you use? And you let me know, like, listen, we use the Mavic Mini. And I want to talk to you, like, why do you use that? Because a lot of people that don't have drones, like myself, would think, oh, you probably want to have the Mavic Pro because of the camera and stuff. But you kind of share with me some great information around why you chose the Mini. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. Well, first of all, it's one of the cheapest ones. And that's why we chose it. The first drone I had was the Mini, and it was already a good drone. If I didn't crash it, I'm probably gonna use it until it dies. But now I use Mini 2 because the Mini is so small and it's so portable. Traveling to different countries is a lot easier. And a lot of the countries, for example, like Canada or Hong Kong has restrictions with drone usage. And if your drone is under 250 grams, you don't have to get the license. You don't have to register your drone. So I think that's also one of the main reasons I chose the Mini. And the quality is great. It shoots 4K. The Mini 2 shoots 4K. The Mini 1 only 2.7.
Yeah, so it's interesting you mentioned about the clarity of the video, because my mom's like, she's a big reviewer. She lets me know her opinion on channels. One thing she said was like, wow, their videos are very clear. Like the drone footage very clear, everything very clear, because you're choosing to shoot in 4K and upload in 4K, right? Yeah. But is that a problem when it comes to uploads? Is that taking you forever in a day to upload a 20-minute video?
It's used to take us a long time to export a video in 4K because we were shooting in 60 frames. But after we changed it to 24 frames, cut the loading time in like half. Yeah.
And it's also a bit more cinematic, kind of easy. Well, we still find it kind of like nice to watch 24 frames per second. So it's a bonus that it's quick.
It takes less room on your memory card as well.
Yeah. And that's a setting you can choose to have enable, like 60, 30, 24. 24 is very cinematic. So definitely a nice effect there. Interesting. Just Alexandro says he needs a drone. He's taking notes on what you guys are saying. I think a lot of that is true. So I think one of the questions I had for you, Flora, was around, so if Note's doing all the drone footage, if he's anything like 5% like how I am, I get very, I guess I like to own my footage. So if I bring in like 45 seconds of drone footage, I want you to use all that 45 seconds. Do you sometimes have to say like, no, I think 5 seconds is enough and let's get on to the next thing, and a little bit of discussion around how long of the drone footage to use, or not so much?
Not so much, because sometimes I even say to him, you should keep the clip longer.
It's the opposite. I'm the one who cut it short.
Yeah, I'm like, it's so nice, just let it flow. Maybe choose a music that would let it flow longer. But for him, he's like, no, like just show enough and keep it going is better. So I respect his decision. There's certain videos where we actually end the video and we then do a long drone shot in the end, because we're like, it's just too good not to show. So we just keep it like that. Maybe we've been removing bloopers in some of the videos and replacing it with like a drone shot or just like a nice ending, because bloopers can't be forced.
Yeah. Sometimes there's no bloopers.
Another tip is that I always use the ND filters for the drone.
Oh, okay. So you get the aftermarket ones that kind of just clamp on.
It makes a big difference.
Yeah. Why do you like those so much? It just gives you different effects, different conditions.
It just makes it less.
There's so many you can get, right? Note. I mean, there's a
I got the cheap one from in Thailand. You can buy it off Lazada. It's like
online shopping. Yeah.
And I think I paid like $20, and it comes with 8 different tones, different filters.
That's very
worth it.
Yeah, that's what I hear. It's important because then you have more control over the lighting and I guess less work in post, right? With color correction. Yeah, which I'm no good at, by the way. You guys pretty good with color correction inside Adobe Premiere Pro? Yeah, I can't do it at all. I got to take a class on that. Okay, and you know why it's important? Just for people listening in, like if you look at Flora Notes videos, like it's one type of color the whole way for the video. You don't have like these spikes up of like, wow, that's really color saturated. Now this one's more like almost black and white. Like they match it throughout. Are you using like a shortcut to do that for the entire video, where you just apply the color to the whole thing?
Yeah, I create these color correction filters, adjustment layers that I just copy from one video to the other. And every now and then I would have to change individual video clips because the environment is different, the light is different, but it's very minor.
Yeah. Well, that's great. So there's a lot of comments in the chat about the Mavic Mini 2 being a beast. And I think there was one individual saying you got to be careful how high you fly. I think Brock was saying you have to be careful how high. Does it give you an alert like you're like at the limit of how high you can go? I think he said 500 feet.
Yeah, I usually get like, even after like 200, you start getting like the strong wind warning. I just swap it off and keep flying. Get rid of the notification.
That's great.
Because
I love
it's
all
a
this information. Yeah. So tell me, so what's coming next on the channel? Like, congratulations again on 65,000 subscribers. Like, you realize that's like a full arena full of individuals like chanting your name to play video. Like, that's a lot of people. It's,
Yeah.
do you sometimes
As I
pinch
said,
yourself like, wow.
As I told you before in the pre-interview, like we can't go out looking like this anymore. I have to wear a cap, glasses, and a
fake
mustache.
beard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you actually, so you make fun of that, like, oh, you know, it's not a big deal for us. But you did say, like, now I'm scared to say the word. Koh Samui. See, that was not even close.
What is that, Alan?
Yeah.
Is that
Thanks very much, Note, for your vote of confidence. My Thai language. How dare you, sir? So you get recognized in that area, though, right? Your home area. You get recognized a lot,
the
I'm sure.
island is not that big, and we featured a lot of places there. So we have a lot of friends on the island. So like all the time we go out, meet people, we would have people coming from different countries being like, we watch your videos and that's why we came here. And we used to go to Bangkok, we go to Phuket. We've never been to Samui until we saw your videos. So we have been getting a lot of people saying hi to us in the last 6 months, I think.
And we love it. We love all the attention.
That's great. You know, I always wonder, like, do you have to bake in like extra time to get like to the restaurant in the evening because you know you're going to get recognized, 10 extra minutes of buffer, or do you not do that so much?
No, it's like we're super casual. So people just say hi. We stop for a quick chat. Sometimes I think like we go to the gym, we go to sit down at a restaurant, and people were really polite. Like they don't want to interrupt you. So it's more like when they leave, they will come to say bye before they leave. So all the experiences have been really good, except one.
Yeah, we only have one bad experience. But to be honest, I'm the one who keeps the conversation longer. I think I'm trying to hold them longer than they want it to be.
Yeah.
So let's see. Yeah, Gator Jake remembers the video where you showed up at Retire Working for You's beach party. That was an awesome video too, because you were like on the couch, you filmed it yourself. I guess we talked about this on the first interview. I guess you like filmed all that and then told Flora like, "This is where we're going tonight. We're gonna go meet Chris Parker."
That was totally unplanned. I happened to turn it on, and it's like, oh, he's in Samui, and you know he was one of the channels that we watched when we started a YouTube channel. I think we had like 700 subscribers back then, and he had over 40, over 50. So it was quite exciting. And I came up with this idea. It's like, let's just go and meet him and see what it's like. It was fun.
Yeah, he seems like a really nice guy.
We were getting ready to film, I remember. So all we did was like we added an extra stop to our day. But it was fun. Like we got to meet a lot of people there as well that like watched YouTube and starting YouTube channels. So YouTube has always been like a great topic of interest, like for people to kind of bond over and have a nice community. So yeah.
That's great. That's a great video you did there, Note. That was awesome. It's great. Well, I guess you both put it together. I shouldn't just single one person out. Team effort.
No, 98% me.
No,
so great.
99% me.
So can you tell like the audience today, like what's coming next on the channel? Like you have some additional travel plans coming up?
Well, we have one video that we filmed with 2 Passport 1 Dream coming up this weekend. That's going to be a fun and interesting one. So keep an eye out. And right now we're in Hong Kong. Visiting Flora's family, so we'll have a few videos from Hong Kong as well.
Hong Kong series coming up because I haven't seen my family in 3 years since everything started with and it's been really nice being at home, but we extended our stay longer because like it feels so nice that Hong Kong is not as busy as before right now. So we got a couple videos coming and we'll show you what it's like now.
That's great. 2 Passports 1 Dream saying can't wait to see that video with the collaboration. That's going to be great. So do you generally keep a couple videos in the bank? Is that how you try to work your schedule? You have like a couple in the bank, you're going a couple weeks behind type of thing. So you're not live. Is that for that reason? So you can be out of an area before the video launches, or is it just personal preference?
I think so that we don't feel pressure to have to go film and then edit
Mhm.
in the same week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we also like to take a couple weeks off and just not do too much and
Mhm.
work on our health, work on like go to the gym. And so it's like a little break. So we would film a couple videos, especially when we go to other countries. We would film like
5 to 7 videos
in
and
a
then-
row, and then we know that we're set for a while and we can relax. And yeah,
Like the last time we went to Philippines, we filmed 7 videos, and then we went back to somewhere for 2 months and
just edit.
Just edit, no filming, don't have to think about the content for 2 months. So it was nice because traveling is fun, but we also miss routine. We miss going to the gym. We miss not having to move hotels or living off our suitcase.
Yeah, that can be a little bit stressful. Living out of a suitcase, not the best thing. So guys, I can't believe how quickly 45 minutes goes by. I told you this would go by super quick, kind of coming to the end of our time. But I want to thank you personally. I consider you to be dear friends of mine. Thank you for all the videos you created for my 50th live show. Just the words of encouragement really are heartfelt, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having us on again, and we will work on being nicer so we can come back again. We won't give you such a hard time about saying Gossamway.
Just so you know, guys, this was all planned ahead of time. Pre-interviews are like this. I said, "Note, you got to go a little harder on me." And I was like, "I don't feel comfortable." Come on, say not even close when I say this. So we kind of planned it a little bit. But thanks for going along.
People like to get me to play the
bad
guy, but I'm not. I'm a very nice person.
Yeah, I had to push you a little bit. Like, I don't feel comfortable. I'll say you're close. I'm like, just say not close at all. That's funnier. So yeah, hey, we're creators, right? We got to create these jokes. So thanks again for coming on. I appreciate it. You got to stay tuned though for this character I got coming on in a couple minutes. Baldy Brian in Thailand. Wait till you see what this guy's wearing today. Oof. Might have to adjust your brightness down a little bit. But thanks for coming on. I'm going to play your outro, and I hope to talk to you soon.
Thanks so
again.
much.
Have a wonderful day.
Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for your hard work and for bringing the Thai vlogging community closer together, one live show at a time.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Welcome to our channel. If you're new here, we are Flora and Note from She's Wonderflow.
Amazing intro. Oh,
hello. Oh, look, twins.
Nice shirt. And don't forget to have a wonderful day.
Just want to say thank you to my wonderful guests, Flora and Note, for coming on the show for their 4th appearance. Just could talk to them for hours and hours. I could do like a Joe Rogan podcast with them for 3 hours. And I feel like there's so much we could talk about. So, but I get they're probably pretty glad there was only 45 minutes. They're probably thinking, thank God there was only 45 minutes. That guy can talk. So thanks again for coming on. Thanks for all the chat comments and questions and stuff like that in the chat. Appreciate that as well. That was very nice. So I want to tell you, we're coming up on the intermission time. Stay tuned though, because people that know me know I usually create a little intermission video. And I'm like Martin Scorsese over here creating these videos for the live show. But this week's a little different. You might remember, if you're a loyal subscriber of the show, of the channel, back about 2 years ago, we had something called a Vlogger Dance Off, where we had each of the vloggers pretty much all around. We had so many vloggers do this, submit their dance videos of them dancing. And then I would put it all together, and it was like a crazy mashup. Well, one of the people that sent me a dance video was Baldy Brian in Thailand. Him and his family were dancing for the camera. And when we had the pre-interview the other day, Brian asked me, "You still got that video?" And I said, "Yeah, I think I got that." So I put together a little mashup for the intermission. Take a look at this. We'll come back with vlogger news, and you got to watch out for Baldy, Brian in Thailand. He's coming up next. Your dance that you remember way back when, like the dance you did with your wife. I think I can find it. I think I still. So if I do have that, I'll play that.
Yeah, use it. Yeah, I had that. I had my funny shirt on and everything, didn't I?
Yeah, it was so great. That was a pretty long dance sequence.
Yeah, when we start dancing, you can't stop us.
Well, that's great. So we lost about 3 viewers during that dance video. Thank you very much, Baldy Brian. Just kidding. It's great. Thank you, Flora Note, for posting that. Thanks for having us. Always fun to catch up with you and your awesome community here. Thank you very much for that. I do have a great community. So fortunate to have the great individuals in the chat this week. So appreciate that. So it is time for vlogger news, my favorite time of the show, right? I love talking about new up and coming vloggers that we can profile. And I have a special guest, Baldy Brian in Thailand. We're going to talk about his channel and all of his other favorite channels in about 15 seconds. So let's cue the vlogger news intro and let's talk about some vloggers.
Hello, this is Mr. Egg from the Pattaya, and this is Vlogger News on the Richard Travel Live Show.
Baldy Brian in Thailand, welcome to the Saturday Live Show, man.
Thank you very much. Hello, Richard. Wow, the Richard Travel Show. Finally, this is you're like my Oprah or David Letterman. This is fantastic. It's nice to be here. Good evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone in the chat. Hello.
Wow, I appreciate your energy for the last half hour of the show. This is exactly what I needed, man. I'll boost up. Forget the caffeine. I got Baldy Brian in Thailand. And wonderful shirt, by the way. Wonderful shirt and tie.
Oh, thank you very much. I thought I'd better put on the best attire while I'm on the Richard Travel Show.
Yes, that's so great to have you. So I got to tell you, I'm so excited to talk about your channel today because it's a little bit about you. So I want to talk to you about your channel, Baldy Brian in Thailand. You know, good friend of yours is Carl's Thailand. We're going to talk about his channel in a couple minutes. But I want to profile your channel because I think, Brian, you're doing a lot of great videos, going all around Thailand, doing some epic hikes. So I want to talk to you a little bit about this one you had. This is more of a recent video, right? Jungle Island Adventure. Where'd you go on this one? This is Koh Chang?
A recent one, yes. I've just come back from Koh Chang. I spent 2 weeks on the island. So I have many more videos to come from that island, yes.
Carl is saying, extra sugar in your coffee this morning, Brian? You say, I'm always like this.
Well, it's evening, so I've had probably too many coffees during the course of today.
Peter Jake says, love the tie. So great. So tell a little bit people about your channel. Like you do some great videos all around Thailand. You're including your family a little bit in there as well. Just some great videos. And we're looking to get you some more viewers because you're kind of at that key area where you can start to show the growth.
Yeah, well, I started off a little while ago when I met Carl's Thailand. I only had 7 subscribers then. So I'm doing okay now. That wasn't too long ago. So, but yeah, my channel's all about adventure. I like adventure. I'm very active. So I can't stay at home. I've got to be doing something. So Carl and I, usually we go and climb mountains everywhere. We go to unusual places, off the tourist track, off the beaten track, usually the unseen parts of Thailand.
That's great. I love all your videos. People should go and check that out. I know the moderators are putting a link to your channel in the, right here in the chat. So feel free to click on that, please. He'd appreciate the subscribers. I think it's all about just getting more people looking at your videos. They'll love what they see. But I do want to talk to you a little bit about some of your friends. So we talked about this a little bit before. And so I have a bit of a vlogger spotlight today. So new individual for me, Fern, out of the Chonburi area of Thailand, about 1.5K subscribers. And she did a great video, her first YouTuber meetup in Pattaya. So funny video, right? Were you actually a part of that one as well?
Yes. Yeah. I met her there. Yes.
Yeah. What's she like? Is she as energetic as you?
She's a lovely lady. She's got a family. She's recently moved back to Thailand. She's an American Thai, lived in France for some years, and now she's in Thailand. She does fantastic videos. They're absolutely fantastic. She recently did one with Alex and Miley, Jiu-Jitsu Passport, which I thought was a fantastic name, but now Xandro. So her latest video is one where she goes for tacos, some nice Mexican food with them.
I saw that one. I haven't had a chance to look at that one yet, but it looks like hilarious as usual. You know, you get those three together. I think pretty funny video.
It's a good video, well edited as well. She's very good, Fern. She's very good with her editing. She throws nice little snippets in there. She knows what she's doing, and she works out a lot as well. So she keeps herself fit and active. She's got a family. She does, her videos basically about a daily life, doing the gardening, or doing a fashion show in the living room, where with everything she's just ordered from Lazada and the online shopping platforms. So
I think this is so great. I feel like, Brian, I could just take the headphones off and go take a 10-minute break, come back. You'll run through all the vloggers from.
I can talk forever. Sorry. Yeah.
So great. No, this is great. No, that's what I need. Need the energy for the channel. So I want to kind of pivot. So Fern, please check out her channel. It's got some great videos there. But Carl's Thailand. Wow, boy, he's really boosted up here since I last had him on the show. He had a great video, Hidden Thailand. Were you on this one with him? I thought that you might have been.
I was. That was a weekend we spent in Lopburi, on the road to Lopburi. We had a fantastic time. We went to some absolutely majestic mountain tops. Oh, it was wonderful. It was beautiful. It's a beautiful area, Lopburi. Beautiful.
Yeah. So how does your fitness compare to Carl's? Are you guys pretty similar fitness level?
Oh, I think Carl's well ahead of me. He's always, if you watch the videos, he's always in front of me.
Wow.
Well, I'm sort of lying down having a heart attack at about the halfway point.
Yeah, he's great. I feel like Carl's Thailand has something for everyone now. He has all different kinds of videos. He's got the nightlife in there. Yeah. I look back on his life from 20 years ago. And then also these great hiking videos.
He took lots of photographs when he was in Thailand in the late 80s, early 90s. Lots of fantastic photographs, and he's doing great stories where he revisits the place from the photos, from all the, and you see how the place has changed over the years, how the people have changed. Oh, they're great, very interesting videos. Yes.
Yeah, I feel like he's really just come on strong. He's found his voice on YouTube. He's really embracing it. Very creative with his videos. And I think the nightlife series is very well done. So I definitely give him props for that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
He spends a lot of time. He's very particular. He spends a lot of time thinking about it before he does it. So whereas I'm more of I jump in at the deep end. I don't know what I'm really doing. I'm splashing, trying to survive, and Carl's sort of knows what he's doing,
Yeah. So one thing we talked about a couple of days ago, Brian, was the fact that sometimes as YouTube creators, certain things happen out of your control where maybe you lose a channel. Maybe you're one of those individuals that had over 1,000 subscribers for reasons unknown to you, your channel shut down. And one of those individuals I wanted to spotlight today was CJ in Paradise, previously known as CJ Paradise. starting a new channel. So we don't need to get into the specifics of what happened, but the important thing is he's starting a new channel, CJ in Paradise, Hua Hin Thailand videos, 191 subscribers. Great stuff, right? You've watched a couple of those.
Having to build he's having his great stuff. He's there all the way there in Hua Hin and the Chatham area. He's doing fantastic stuff. He's recently been looking at what the graffiti artists have been up to while everything's been closed. You know, some pretty good artists in Hua Hin. And he gets around and he shows you all around the resort of Hua Hin. He goes to some interesting places like Monkey Mountain, places like that. But yeah, he lost his. They removed him from YouTube. Sorry, they removed his channel. They didn't tell him why, as far as I know, which I think is normal. People struggle to understand why they've been removed. So it's a mystery. It's a mystery. But
sort of similar how you're
back up.
And it's sort of similar to the way your segment's going to end today. You're just going to be like bounced out of the live show, won't know what happened to you, won't know the reason. You're just out. It's going to happen.
Yeah, I'll be on CNN.
When the time comes.
Yeah, I'll be on CNN and everything like that. And
it's great. I love CJ in Paradise. Great videos, like you said. Like, just honest guy. I've had him on the show a couple times to talk about. We're going to try to have him back because I'd love to profile his channel again. But getting on with things here, Rides for Kicks. This is one I don't think I mentioned to you. So no big deal if you didn't watch this video, but he has a hotel review, Pattaya's newest hotel, now open. And what it really talks about is really around this new hotel called the Somerset. And it's like basically like a 5-star hotel in Pattaya. They aren't even allowing anyone to check in online. I think you had to actually go to the hotel and do this, but fantastic new property. And I feel like, Brian, it's starting to showcase the fact that Pattaya is more about just the nightlife. Really more about the daytime activities and the beautiful areas you can go to, like the picture you have behind you. That island does not exist off the coast of Pattaya, but something similar is there, like Bamboo Island, you know, so there's some great places to go.
Ride for Kicks. He gets around. He shows you all the different places. I've actually stayed in hotels he's done reviews of, you know, so inexpensive hotels on the seafront in Pattaya. So he gets around everywhere. He gets to some interesting places. He's a great vlogger. I like tuning in every now and then. I did see a glimpse of his recent one. I didn't watch it all, but I did see his trailer pop up. I've not had a chance to watch it yet. But yeah, it's a great one. Tune in and watch Ride for Kicks for sure. Yes.
Yeah, it's always so interesting for me, Brian, because this show goes off at Saturday morning on the West Coast in America, and that's when a lot of the videos get launched. So it's always tough for me doing vlogger news. I'll have all the videos picked up the night before, and the next day, all new stuff out. Wow, I got to do all this.
Indeed, indeed. The weekend's a popular time to launch your videos. So, I
think he's doing a great job. Rides for Kicks is actually coming on the show next week. So I wanted to make sure I profiled his video. He's doing great. His monthly views are just insane, out of this world. So he's doing a great job on that channel. But one more vlogger I wanted to spotlight was Will and Jose Travels. They were actually in the chat early on, and we're going to try to have them on the show. So we're exchanging some emails, trying to find some time for them to come on. Wonderful daily vlogs in the Philippines. So anyone that's interested in seeing Philippine vlogs, they're doing that. And some great stuff. So I can't wait to have them on the show because they're like you, Brian, a bunch of characters, man. They got a lot of energy.
Great. Yeah, there's not many of us. So, but there are a few of us around. There are a few, but not many, not too many.
Yeah, so great. And then just wanted to call attention to the name change alert for Jiu-Jitsu passports. So he has changed that. It's now just Xandro. Now that I've said it like 5 times, I can say it the right way. He made a video about that.
Jiu-Jitsu passport. I thought it was cool. Yeah.
I support his name change. The reasons he used, I think, make a lot of sense to me.
Okay.
And I feel like it's a good time for him to do that at just over 4,000 subs before he gets too big. I think it'll just accelerate his growth.
Yeah.
So
he's doing well. He's doing very well in such a short period of time as well. Very good. Yeah.
I heard he's really taken off since he's been on the show. I heard that's really taken off. Just kidding.
I hope I follow suit. I hope I'm the next one to be launched into the atmosphere there. Right. And then I'll be on Oprah and Letterman, CNN.
Hey, it's all about getting you over that 1,000, and then like the sky's the limit from there, you know.
There you go. This is the beginning. This is the launch pad.
Yeah, for sure. I think just like how you reached out to me, like Brian was very good about reaching out to me on email. If you want to be featured on the Vlogger News or come in like Brian is dodoing, feel free to send me an email, richardtravel@gmail.com. Happy to talk to you about that. but I can't say enough good things about your channel because I feel like all the videos, man, you definitely see a part of Thailand that you wouldn't usually see. And then now I want to go and check out those areas when I come back.
Yeah, well, that's what the whole purpose. You know, I like to provide a bit of information, those places that are not on the tourist trail, that are really hard to find, show people how easy it is to get there, where they are, help them do it. And I have fun doing it as well. So it's a hobby of mine. So, and I've only recently started getting a grip of all the software because I've never been that very good. I've never done it well of editing, video editing, and everything that goes with it. So I'm learning as I go along. So I like to think my channel's progressing as I go along. So. I mean, some of the videos I look back at and I think, oh my God, I didn't say that. I didn't do that, did I? But I leave them there anyway.
Yeah, we all have those videos. So you're not alone. We all have those. Yeah. I keep doing what you're doing. I want to thank you for coming on to run through Vlogger News with me today, though. I love the energy.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. Not many will.
I think it's great, and I love that you kind of wore the same clothes as you did in the dance off. So that was awesome.
Indeed. The best attire for the Richard Travel Show.
Perfect. Appreciate that. I'm going to send you out with the Vlogger News outro, and please everyone go subscribe to Baldy Brian in Thailand. The link is in the chat, and it'll also be in the description of this video.
Thank you very much, Richard. Thank you for having me on. Congratulations on the 10,000 as well. What a milestone. Well done.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thailand Rob here, and that's all this week in Vlogger News. Please return your seats and tray tables to their upright position, and thank you for flying Recharge Travel.
Man, that was a crazy Vlogger News segment. Brian had some energy. I love it. That was great. Carlos Thailand was in there too. That's awesome. Baldy's a cool guy, says Big Daddy L. Rob. Gator Jake says, great job, Baldy Brian. Yeah, love it. Love that he came with energy and crazy shirt on. And I was able to find that video in the vault of Richard Travel. So that was good that we had that. I want to let you know a couple things here before we kind of wrap up things. We have next week is going to be Rides for Kicks Lucas. So everyone loves Rides for Kicks. He does some great videos. He's going to be coming to us next week, and we're looking for a guest to come on and run through the Vlogger News. I have a couple in mind, but just in case those individuals are conflicted, feel free to reach out to me and we can try to slot you in and profile your channel. Again, if you do want to be featured on the show, just send me an email, richardtravel@gmail.com. I love being back here. I love seeing the community. I love seeing all the great chat messages in there. I really appreciate that. Thank you, everyone, for the 10,000 subscribers. I really appreciate that. Never thought I'd get here, but I did. And now the sky's the limit. I want to keep doing great videos and great interviews for all of you. So until next time, I'll say goodbye, everybody. I'll be back next week, same time, same place.
What was that?
Yeah. This is also a toast for Richard being back.
Yes.
But you're so great.
Hey, but wait, I gotta say hi to Mother first. So hi, Richard's mom.
Is San Jose Sharks? Is that where you most enjoyed yourself outside of Toronto?
You know the story? I told that story 2 hours ago. How do you know this?
I do my research, Chris.
I don't know if you can see that there.
That dance is horrifying. Please never do that again. What are you doing, Rich?
What are you doing?
Excuse me, guys. Got little technical problems. I think I missed your energy the last couple of months. Nice
You give me that energy, Richard. You're so much fun to talk with.
I think she digs it.
Oh my god. My
really
heart melting. You're gonna cry.
Little throwback. It's all good.
Throwback,
But we're letting it go.
Hey, I see you guys. How you doing? And record.
That's so good.
Every time I see that video, I think, man,